Why is self-love so important when you are creating reality? Because reality reflects your inner state. And self-love can be ambiguous. People describe it in so many ways. And if you've never been in love, this is going to be hard for you to grasp. And the closest thing I can think that comes to the feeling of being in love is getting a big win, getting something that you finally wanted for so long, right? And I don't know about anybody else, but whenever I fall in love or have fallen in love, it doesn't matter where we are, what we're doing. I could live in the middle of a shack in the middle of a desert, and as long as we were together, that's all I would need. It wouldn't matter what was happening in the world around me as long as I was with you. And that is the love that you want to give yourself. And you need to think of it this way. You met that person and they awoke that love within you. It wasn't them. It never was. It was always you. Because they awoke that feeling within you. You provided the hormones. And usually what do people do when they meet you? You guys hit it off, the chemistry's right. They make you feel beautiful, seen, validated. So that is the love that you provide yourself. You really, literally fall in love with yourself. And then the world starts to reflect that. Reality starts to reflect that. And that's when it doesn't matter what your circumstances are, because you love yourself so completely. And that feeling is in your body. And you are connected to your spirit, your source, your consciousness. And it doesn't matter where you are. And this is where you need to begin, because when this happens, then you can start seeing all the possibility. You see how you can change things. You see how you need to step. This is why relationships go south. Because if you don't love yourself, that feeling, if you're attributing it to someone else, dissipates when they start to act out of alignment with what you feel. So you're with somebody, you fall in love, you feel all this stuff, and then they start being a dick, or they have a bad day, and all of a sudden, that feeling starts to go away. Well, when you love yourself, that feeling doesn't go away. And when you find a partner, it only adds to it. But you don't really need them. They just flavor your life in a more colorful way. This feeling of love that you give to yourself is the same in-love feeling that you have. And it is the same feeling that everybody is chasing and looking for. And it's love for themselves. Everyone is chasing things and status and symbols and things to make them feel safe. And at the end of the day, when they've gotten all that, they still feel empty. And the reason is because they don't have that euphoric in love with themselves feeling. They don't love themselves that way. So many people say, I love myself. No, you don't. Not this way. Not the way you did whenever you fell in love. Because when you fell in love with that person, it didn't matter if they did anything wrong. So when you love yourself like that, the past becomes irrelevant. The future becomes irrelevant, and there only is the now. And the now is where all possibilities live. So cultivate that feeling, recall that feeling that you had when you fell in love, and give it to yourself every day. Tell yourself, I love you every single day. Treat yourself romantically. look at yourself in the mirror and fall in love. It doesn't matter what happens or the circumstances. If you do this, reality will shift immediately. You won't even have to do anything else because this is the foundation. This is the core. Because when you love somebody like that and you love yourself like that, it doesn't matter what the past is. It doesn't matter what the future is. It doesn't matter what you've done before. All that matters is right now. And that is the secret to life. Hope this helps.